in a way that honors and pleases the Lord. All right, faithful in all things. The deacon is supposed to be faithful in all things. And what does that look like practically? When a deacon says they're going to do something, unless God says your last day is today and they can't fulfill their promise, that means that if a deacon says, yes, I'm going to do it, pastor, don't worry about it, then the pastor, the elder, the ministry leader should be able to turn and say, okay, I got a deacon on that. It's as good as done. So that's something that is very, very important. Imagine if I had a deacon that was in charge of setting up all the communion trays for church service at our main campus. 178 brass trays that have 32 little cups in it, right? And a deacon's in charge of that. He's in charge of ordering the supplies, making sure we have enough of the little cups, the little wafer thing inside, and that they're all set up and they're ready to go. So when it's time, Pastor Doug can say, all right, can you guys bring forward the communion trays? Imagine if Doug just had to worry about that. Oh man, I got to go in early, honey, because I got to make sure all the communion stuff is set up. Make sure that the deacon is done. No, a deacon was assigned to that. So we should be able to rest knowing he's going to get it done. And you should know that I'm going to go get it done. And my yes is my yes. Pastor, don't worry about it. I got this. And we should also know that I don't know if this is going to be my last day on this earth. So therefore, there should also be a backup, right? In case I get hit by a bus, that my work doesn't just not happen. So there's a wisdom to having disciples behind you, not just for the spiritual person, body of Christ building thing that we've been talking about, but also practically speaking, there's work that needs to get done. And for 2,000 years, people have been living and dying. And without discipleship and raising people up, that work would cease to happen. So it's incumbent upon us to make sure that we're raising people up. My yes should be my yes. My no should be my no. That's something that we as deacons should take very, very seriously. I should be able to say yes. And when I say yes, it means yes. But also, I should also have the wisdom on when to say no. And have the courage, right? Dr. Mack over here met with my daughter. We met with my daughter, and she has a problem saying no. She has this high mercy gift, and she hates to disappoint people, so she just says yes without thinking everything. And
she didn't necessarily say yes. She just didn't say no.
She just didn't say no. Yeah, she tries to finagle a way out of it, but that's something that we've been, and that's a cool thing because the parent CCA partnership and coaching my teenage daughter on hey, saying no is a good thing. You got to be able to do that, and so that's a great partnership in discipleship. So that's what it should look like. But if you feel that you can't say no to your overseer, there's a problem. And it could be with you because of your own insecurity, or it could be with that person because of their way of managing, or it could be both. But at the end of the day, that's not a healthy way to be in ministry. If you're overwhelmed, you have to be able to say no. And a deacon who's full of wisdom knows when it's time to say no. I can't take on something else. I have to say no to this. And so take that to heart. That's a biblical principle we need to look at.